All right, let's jump right into a really big story. We're talking about a huge breakthrough where AI and biology meet. And look, this isn't just some theory on a piece of paper or a computer simulation. Nope. This is a real-world result that could seriously shake up how we do science. So let's get into it.
So, just take a second and look at this number, 79x. I mean, what does that even mean, right? It's not about a faster computer chip or some crazy stock market jump. It's something way, way more fundamental.
It's the efficiency boost that an AI just gave to a core scientific technique. You heard that right. An AI was basically turned loose in a physical lab, and it figured out a way to make a foundational biology process 79 times more efficient. That is a massive, massive leap.
Okay, so let's really break this down, because this is a legitimate scientific breakthrough. We're not just talking about what AI could do one day. We're talking about what it just did in an actual physical lab.
And this quote really sums it all up. Accelerating scientific progress is one of the most valuable ways AI can benefit humanity. I mean, that's the whole point, isn't it? Using these incredible tools to speed up discovery itself, to solve problems that have had us stuck for years, maybe even decades.
So you're probably wondering, how did this AI lab assistant actually pull this off? Well, let's take a look at the actual experiment and what it was trying to do.
The AI's big job was to improve a process called molecular cloning. Now, this is a really fundamental technique in biology. It's used for everything, from developing new medicines to engineering better crops. You can almost think of it like meticulously gluing together these tiny, tiny genetic building blocks. So yeah, making that process faster, that's a huge deal.
And this is where it gets really cool. The AI wasn't just, a fancy calculator. It had to autonomously reason about the whole cloning process. It had to come up with its own ideas, its own modifications to the protocol. Then it would analyze the data from real lab experiments and iterate on its ideas, all without a human telling it what to do. The scientists were basically just there to carry out the AI's instructions. Wild, right?
So, what came out of all this wasn't just some small adjustment. No way. The AI literally invented a brand new method for cloning, and that's where that mind-blowing efficiency gain came from. So how did it do it?
Okay, so that 79x gain actually came from two separate big ideas. First, the AI came up with a new enzymatic method. That's kind of like the chemical recipe for the reaction, and that alone gave it a 2.6x boost. But then it found a whole new transformation method, which is how you get the DNA into the cells, and that gave it a jaw-dropping 36x boost. You put them together, and bingo, that's your 79x improvement.
Now that 36x gain is obviously huge, but the AI's most clever trick was really in that first step. I mean, it invented a completely new way to assemble the DNA. It wasn't just about tweaking the temperature or the timing. No, it suggested adding entirely new ingredients to the mix. Ingredients that biologists just hadn't thought to combine in this way before.
Let me walk you through the AI's comb and guide method, because it's pretty slick. So the DNA ends get prepped for assembly. That's normal. But then, the AI's idea was to bring in a comb protein called GP32. Its job is to smooth and untangle the DNA ends. Step 3, a guide protein, Rec-A, comes in to find and pair up the correct matching strands. And then, the standard assembly process can finish up, but now with much, much higher accuracy. It's just an elegant solution. So you might be thinking, was this just a lucky shot in the dark? Not even close. The researchers actually tested the AI's logic. And look at this. When they used the Rec-A protein by itself, low efficiency. The GP32 protein by itself, same thing, low efficiency. But when they used both proteins together, just like the AI suggested, that's when they saw that 2.6x efficiency gain. The AI actually understood that these two needed to work together as a team.
All right, so an AI that can think up better experiments is one thing. That's already incredible. But what happens when you hook that AI brain up to a pair of robotic hands? That's the next logical step, right? And it totally opens the door to automating the future of science.
And that's exactly the question the researchers asked next. What happens when you give the AI's protocol to a robot? They took one of the AI's shiny new protocols and basically handed the instructions over to an autonomous lab robot to see if it could get the same results, with 0 human hands touching anything.
And the results, pretty darn impressive. So a human researcher executing the AI's protocol got a 2.39x efficiency gain. The autonomous robot executing that exact same protocol got a 2.13x gain. I mean, think about that. The robot got almost the exact same performance boost as a trained scientist. That's incredible.
What this really does is demonstrate the potential for fully automating and accelerating biological research. This is such a powerful proof of concept. That whole idea of a closed loop, where the AI designs the experiment, the robot carries it out, and then the AI learns from the results to design the next experiment, that's not science fiction anymore. It's real.
So, let's zoom out. What does this all mean for the future of science? Well, it really feels like we're standing on the edge of a massive acceleration in the pace of discovery itself.
So why does all this matter? Well, for one, AI is officially moving out of the computer and into the physical wet lab. This means it can accelerate research, slash costs, and find totally novel solutions that we might have missed. It's creating a whole new paradigm where AI is a true creative partner for scientists. And this is super important. All of this was done with biosecurity as a top priority, making sure everything was conducted safely and responsibly.
And all of this leaves us with one huge, exciting question. With AI as a partner, what scientific discovery is next? I mean, if an AI can improve a known process by 79 times, right now, at the beginning of this journey, what incredible breakthroughs are waiting just around the corner? What's the next big thing that a human scientist and their AI partner are going to discover?